Y'all see it? Right there. That's where it all started.
The question was simple. What world seed was used to create this screenshot?
Dudes turn into PhDs and rocket scientists over, oh, is this creepypasta real?
Which in time grew to infamy thanks to Space Waffle's exaggerated reaction.
Oh? Some sort of creepypasta night. First we watched some Sonic.exe video and then Lost Silver. Now we're gonna get into some history of Herobrine. I don't see why not. Let's get it, guys. Okay. Ooh. This intro right here reminds me of like those science videos that like a teacher would show like during class back in elementary school. This would be like the intro. Not necessarily Bill Nye the Science Guy, but like one of those more obscure videos. This would kind of be the vibe that the intro would have. I'm all here for it. Let's see it.
Hey everybody. So picture this.
Okay.
The year is 2011.
Alright.
It is a dark summer evening and you've booted up your favorite beta Minecraft world to continue your survival build.
Okay.
You decide to venture out from your base, hoping to gather some feathers from any zombies you encounter. Your CPU isn't the best, but by now you've gotten used to the perpetual render fog that opens up as you travel and closes in behind you.
Did y'all have to play Minecraft on like lacking hardware back in the day at all? Like how was that? It was so tragic for me, like all the lag and stuff. The worst one was when there's a lag spike, nothing's happening for a few seconds, and then just like everything just does a skip. That was the worst for me.
You enter a dense forest and
or no, when like you think there's like the world like drops off and like there's an like a ledge, but it's because the rest of the world hadn't rendered. That's the worst for me, actually.
On to bend when you see something that just isn't right.
Uh-oh.
A flash of blue in the field of gray. A tiny movement that fades in from the fog and fades just as quickly out.
Okay.
Instantly, you freeze. You turn the render distance up and look around, but it's gone, with no trace left behind. It could have been anything.
Alright, just like last video, guys. Tell me what you're doing at each moment in this situation. You going ahead, leaving, trying to fight, whatever. Let me know what you're doing.
A zombie that had survived the night under a tree.
I think I would quit and then reboot up the world right here. If I saw that in the distance right here, he actually saw it? Nah. And I don't see a name pop up, I'm not tripping. I did hit single player, right? Nah. I'm gonna have to log off and join back. See if am I tripping or what?
Hey.
Going to check it out. Yeah, Makia, you got it. Not me. I ain't going.
A tiny movement that fades in from
Makia's
the fog
a trooper out here.
Fades just as quickly out. Instantly.
Oh my gosh.
I would never up and look around, but it's gone. With no trace left behind.
I would never, bro.
It could have been anything. A zombie that had survived the night under a tree. A block that hadn't fully rendered in. A simple graphical glitch in the game's working beta version. It could have been anything. But you know exactly what it was. You've been wondering for a while if you'd ever see it, but now you knew for sure. You had just bore witness to Minecraft's most enduring urban legend. You just bore witness to Herobrine. Herobrine has been around for over 10 years now, and he's become as much a part of the community as any legitimate game feature, despite his...
All those other creepypastas have had FNF mods. Does Herobrine have them? Y'all the experts on these FNF mods. Is there a mod out there for Herobrine as well?
Humble origins. But his story is scattered throughout the community, spread across the internet through years of user interaction, and obfuscated by countless strings of misinformation. I will be tracing the path of one of the greatest Minecraft hoaxes of all time, analyzing the spread and development of a modern gaming horror story, and following the decade-long evolution of Minecraft's most enduring brush.
Yeah, I want to know, was this like actually real, or was it fake?
With the supernatural.
Of course he does.
This is
FNF revived every creepypasta, confirmed.
Herobrine.
Okay, is there some sort of Lavender Town FNF mod? I'm gonna keep challenging y'all. There's gotta be one that they missed. I hate it, but he does. Crazy. there's literally an FNF mod for every creepypasta, huh? Chapter 1. Minecraft. Oh.
The tale of Herobrine, interestingly
Herobrine
enough,
jokes.
can be traced back to a single mysterious origin point.
Okay.
The year was 2010.
Yeah.
Minecraft had only existed for about a year, and the game was bare bones as it was, still in its alpha development phase.
Okay.
In the month of August, the game was quickly developing, and many integral features like survival multiplayer had just been introduced. This was the unexplored frontier of the game, Minecraft's Wild West, if you will. Much about the game was unknown or unsure, and the game's experience was shrouded in mystery. It was the perfect environment for an idea that would change Minecraft's community forever. Somewhere around early August of 2010, an anonymous user posted a single image to 4chan's X paranormal board, accompanied by a short story.
There it is.
The image is, understandably, of very poor quality.
There it is. Y'all see it? Y'all see him? Ah, I've seen this image so many times, bro. Y'all see it? Right there. Right there. That's where it all started. Great. That's where it all started. You know.
But its contents are easy to make out. The user stands facing a tall hill surrounded by trees. The render fog brought on by short render distances encroaches on the edges of the hill and the trees around the player. Nothing seems...
Now hold up, do y'all think this screenshot is real or fake? Was it fabricated? Photoshop? Tricks? Whatever? I don't know.
...to be out of the ordinary until you look towards the left corner of the usual image. A strange figure, resembling the standard Steve
reenacting it now,
stands motionless, hidden unnervingly at the edge of the render fog.
So is there like a seed out there with this original world, with this exact like this exact little cliff that shows Herobrine? Like, is there a seed for this world?
Skin stands motionless.
Oh gosh, it's so eerie.
At the edge of the render
it's
fog.
Real crazy.
The figure's eyes
I don't
are
believe
noticeably absent.
Ugh.
The original poster stated that this specter had been stalking them throughout a supposedly single-player world, always remaining outside their view, but altering the world in bizarre and uncanny ways, stripping trees of their leaves, building small pyramids.
They have the seed. The world is real, but Herobrine is a door texture. Really? It's just a door? Is it? Oh, I don't know if I see that. I definitely see like the blue t-shirt. It don't look like a door to me. I don't know.
But a few theories exist, as the screenshot was taken on with claims that on many forums,
I don't know,
but altering the world in bizarre and uncanny ways, stripping trees of their leaves, building small pyramids, and boring small tunnels through mountains.
Oh gosh.
The poster claimed that, desperate for help, they posted about this haunting on many forums before receiving a message from a user named Herobrine, simply reading, "Stop."
Ooh.
The poster elaborates on how others reported this same experience, and then continues on with claims that Herobrine was game developer Notch's dead brother. But as I've stated before, this part is kind of dumb. How this original image was made is unknown, but a few theories exist. As the screenshot was taken in alpha version 1.0.16 and survival multiplayer had been introduced in the version prior, the user could have simply invited a friend to their world and edited a screenshot to
where's
create
the name?
Uncanny missing eyes effect.
Where's the name?
Herobrine could have been entirely edited into an otherwise empty image, and the user could have even used retextured paintings and doors, but we'll get to that later. The origin and meaning behind the creature's unusual name is unknown, and it's unlikely we'll ever really know, as the original poster has never been identified. This post created a minor stir, but the idea would have likely died out if not for another event that occurred soon after, on a completely different side of the internet.
I don't know. Copeland and Brockcraft. Brocraft. Tell me. So I touched on earlier. kinda is an understatement.
While
Yeah.
Herobrine was making
Dead
waves on
brother, what?
4chan, a small streamer named Copeland was streaming
Copeland.
on the site emmasvideostream.com, which has since gone down. Around
I was about to say, I never heard of that streaming platform. You feel me?
2010, Copeland created a new stream entitled Brocraft with a friend,
Okay.
where he would continue to stream Minecraft.
Bro, this profile picture is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Man got a creeper pig. Like of all profile pics, why that? Why? Why does man have a pig creeper profile picture? That's the type of thing you'd see on a forum site. This is the type of profile picture you would expect. Crazy how the creeper started as a glitch pig. Oh, really? Oh wow. The more you know. Maybe that's referencing that? I don't know.
In August of that year, Copeland came across a strange story on 4chan describing a supernatural Minecraft entity. Intrigued, Copeland took a screenshot of the Minecraft world he had streamed on and quickly photoshopped this Herobrine into it. After posting the screenshot in the Brocraft stream chat, he observed the interesting reactions it had on his viewers.
Copeland
knew his next stream had to include Herobrine.
You faked it.
And he knew just how to
see, guys, clickbait was a thing back then too.
do it. In the years following the stream,
don't attack us new YouTubers.
Exactly
they were doing it here.
Pulled off the hoax. But as he would
Copeland started the clickbait.
Later explain, Copeland simply photoshopped an image of Herobrine onto the texture of a painting and replaced the texture in the game. Before the stream began, he placed the painting in a small room inside one of his survival houses.
Wow.
On August 30th, Copeland started up his stream like any other. For a good portion of the stream, he acted as if nothing was wrong, showing off his survival home, but all the while deliberately avoiding a small, innocuous door to a room off in the corner.
Gotcha.
At around 20 minutes and 45 seconds, Copeland finally seemed to notice the unexplored chamber. However, upon opening the door and stepping inside, he was greeted with the dead, empty eyes of Herobrine, staring dead into the camera.
Okay, it's clearly flat against the wall. Like, that's clearly a replace. I don't know, whatever. But then the stream just ended or something.
The dead, empty eyes of Herobrine staring.
Is that like? Did he reenact that just there, or was that the actual? I don't. No, I'm pretty sure that was a reenactment.
Dead into the camera.
I'm sure that was a reenactment.
In a state of apparent panic, Copeland fled the room and shut down the stream,
wow.
leaving his viewers to ponder what it was that they had just.
Imagine the chat. Whoa! What happened? Huh? Yo! WTF?
Seen. This low-quality screenshot, taken at that exact moment, seen. This low-quality.
Okay. Yeah. That looks way more realistic. Oh gosh, this is eerie. The way he reenacted this is like, yeah, I can see how it looks less fake. This one is like obviously fake, right? But I can see, like, think about it, a live stream. I could see a live stream from 2011, mind you, or 2012, whatever it was. Oh gosh, I can see how people would freak out. Yeah.
The screenshot taken at that exact moment.
Oh, so eerie.
Is the only surviving glimpse of the now lost stream.
Eerie.
With the stream
so
now
it's lost? He just deleted the VOD? Crazy.
Off, Copeland removed the painting posing as Herobrine and reverted the textures. Hours later, he resumed the stream, demonstrating that Herobrine was now gone, but making it clear that he was very shaken up. As the stream concluded, Copeland posted a thread to the Minecraft forums. Entitled, Video Proof of Him, the thread contained a link to a VOD of the stream and the word
Copeland, more like Kaplan.
words, skip to the last 2 minutes, he's real.
Nah.
The stream was a resounding success,
Oh,
introducing
wow.
many to the idea
Oh, it
of
was
Herobrine
2010. Okay.
and convincing many others
That's
that
right.
he was unquestionably real. But this was not the end of the Brocraft Herobrine story.
Uh-oh.
Shortly
Really?
after Copeland concluded his Herobrine stream, another Brocraft streamer named Patamus decided to
Patamus?
try his hand with the hoax, much to Copeland's dismay.
Oh,
While
really?
Patamus's stream has been
We about to have some beef over creepy pasta beef? We about to have a creepy pasta hoax beef?
completely lost, it is known that he took the illusion a step further, encountering
Okay,
Herobrine freestanding over a lake of lava
Oh my
rather
gosh.
than mounted on a wall. It is believed that Patamus used a retextured door rather than a
Okay.
painting to create this effect.
But then
Believe that
what?
lost, it is known that he took the illusion a step further,
Then how's it like floating over lava?
encountering Herobrine freestanding over a lake of lava rather than mounted on a wall.
Interesting.
It is believed that Patamus used a retextured door rather than a painting to create this effect. Patamus acted in much the same way as Copeland, imitating fear before fleeing and returning to see that Herobrine had once again vanished.
I can see how
However-
Patamus kind of did too much. That's too obvious. Like, of course he wouldn't stand over lava. Like, what the heck?
Patamus was later heard speaking to his wife on stream, confirming the entire event was a hoax. This largely deflated the intrigue behind the sightings, and it was something
Yeah.
Copeland would regret. But Copeland had
Yeah, it's like Patamus made it kind of hot. Like, like he did too much. I don't know. He made it too obvious.
one more trick up his sleeve. Several hours
Like,
after
that's too creepy for it to be real.
Patamus's stream, Copeland linked a web page in the Brocraft chat. The link directed users to a page entitled him.html, an animated loop of Herobrine's face, his empty eye sockets replaced by photorealistic eyes darting around rapidly. Below the face was a mix of numbers and letters, which, when organized, were revealed to be a creepypasta named Wake Up, written around 2008. With this, Copeland ended his involvement with the urban legend, although he continued to maintain an illusion of belief.
Nah, those eyes have to go. Those eyes literally have to go.
That's no good.
Straight up. Nah. I'm not messing with that right now.
Herobrine for a good while afterwards.
I'm not looking.
Several months after the stream, Copeland would leave Brocraft for good. Unfortunately, both him and Patamus have largely dropped off the face of the internet.
Convenient, huh?
And here we come to the end of Brocraft's chapter in the story
Wow.
of Herobrine. The legend was now
that's the Brocraft arc done. I wonder if they made a resurgence at all, either of them, a return somehow.
in the hands of the community.
Okay. Chapter 3. Community. Wait, what? What did it say? Anyone know who started the Herobrine thing and why? Also, where they come up with the name Herobrine?
And the community picked it up right away. The day after the stream, August 31st,
Really?
someone reached out to Notch on Twitter asking if Herobrine was real,
Okay.
to which Notch simply responded, "It's not real, but it might be soon." This was the first time Notch was known to have acknowledged the idea of Herobrine.
Yeah, they probably grown behind adults and stuff. I'd even argue potentially 40s and 50s. I don't know.
Throughout the next year or
30,
so, the
40s,
legend
that's fine.
simmered beneath the surface of the community, spreading from user to user
I'm overestimating how long ago 2011 is, perhaps, or 2010. Yeah,
through word of mouth and hastily written
probably don't even play
stories.
Minecraft
On
anymore.
May 31st of 2011, Notch posted the changelog for beta version 1.6.6. The changelog included the now famous line, "Removed Herobrine." Although it was likely added as an afterthought, this single line seemed to validate the fears of players who still believed that Herobrine had been haunting
It's
their
an
worlds.
obvious joke,
Now,
guys.
of course, this simply wasn't true. Herobrine
Did people really take that serious?
had never existed in the first place, but the inherent mystery and intrigue of the idea that a rogue entity could be creeping around players' worlds, staying just out of reach, made the
Now, once you see the removed Herobrine note in multiple updates, you should clearly know that it's fake. Yeah, a troll, a meme, a joke,
legend of Herobrine a
Apparently not,
fascinating
though.
one. As a result of this, on July 29th of 2011, a Minecraft forums user named Burner released the Herobrine mod version 1.0. This modification brought the creature out of the minds of players and into the game itself. This mod not only added a Herobrine mob which stalked the player, but also a menagerie of unusual effects that he could bring upon the world. This signaled the beginning of development on Herobrine's unofficial lore, as it was. As pieces of media like videos, stories, and mods were created, the Herobrine concept was fleshed out. While the two original Herobrine sources, the 4chan post and the Brocraft streams, characterized Herobrine as little more than an enigmatic stalker that watched players, he now had a catalog of supposed behaviors. Herobrine could now be summoned through the use of a Herobrine altar. He could place traps.
We remember that from the Machinima movie we watched a while back.
World and take control of animals to harm the player. He carried a diamond pickaxe or sword. In some
removed Herobrine in the Smash Patch notes. Imagine.
Variations of the story, he was no longer Notch's dead brother, but a dead miner, or even a glitch in the game's programming. Further.
Oh my gosh, that just reminded me, guys. Remember C13? The CD? I think it was C13. That one CD with the audio clips. Yo, Notch kind of played into the whole Herobrine joke, I guess.
Community interaction.
I think he's gonna get to this.
To elaborate on the ever-growing story surrounding this once simple myth. On August 2nd of 2011, Adam's own
C1311
the video Minecraft Herobrine mod, citing "He lives and is watching you," in which he demonstrates the mod with the help of a friend. This video, and the sequels that came afterwards, popularized Herobrine's strange association with the letter E.
Wait a minute, look, there's an E over there, old boy, E! E! I should say E! E!
Oh, I watched this guy! I remember watching this as a kid, this channel, Adam's Own Top Marks. I remember, yo, I used to watch them, yes!
E over there, old boy, E! E!
I
should say E! E!
Yo, I used to watch some of these videos sometimes. Oh my gosh. I watched them, yes.
Well, where did E
That's
come from?
funny.
The August 12th Minecraft Wedding Weekend event featured
I watched
promotional artwork with Herobrine hidden in the background. On November of the same year, the official trailer for Minecon 2011 featured a similar cameo. It was clear that Mojang was in on the joke and wanted to confuse players as much as possible. The next year, 2012, was a significant one for the
C11 and C13.
The rapidly evolving
C11
genre
and C13.
of Minecraft Machinima was a perfect environment for the creation of narrative stories involving the urban legend. And a number of these were made throughout the year. On February 17th, YouTube user Rejected Shotgun began his 23-episode Haunting series, centered around a group's interactions with Herobrine. The series racked up several million views over the next few years. In a Reddit post a few months later, Notch noted how fascinatingly little control a content creator had over their content, in reference to the wild success of Herobrine. On April 1st, Captain Sparkles and Tryhard Ninja released the music video for the parody Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah! Y'all remember this, right? Dang, this recently came up on 10 years. That was a banger. Fallen Kingdom, yes.
Which spawned a music video series.
It was the creepers and skeletons. You feel me?
Starring Herobrine as a primary antagonist.
Oh.
In the same vein, Slamacow released the music video for Copeland.
Slamacow! Oh my gosh, this is taking me back, man!
By Laura Shigihara 2 weeks later. Again, prominently featuring Herobrine as the main villain.
True, yeah.
Side note. This is unquestionably the best Minecraft song ever made.
Debatable. Very debatable. Very debatable. That's once again, though, a whole nother rabbit hole we could get in.
Resume. On May 26th, likely due to countless questions
but nah, Slamacow was goated.
Notch changed his
that
tune
boy
from 2 years before, officially debunking the myth with a blunt tweet reading, "Getting loads of tweets and emails about Herobrine again. I don't have a dead brother, and he was never in the game. Not real, never was.
Okay.
But even the word of Notch could
So,
not stop the evolution
end
of
of
this
discussion,
concept.
right?
On July 19th, YouTube user Space Waffle uploaded the video, I found Herobrine Minecraft PE, which in time grew to infamy thanks to Space Waffle's exaggerated reaction.
Oh.
That's no good.
Oh my goodness, guys. Y'all are too much. Y'all are too much, bro. Did y'all... No, we're not back.
YouTube user
not
Space
back.
Waffle uploaded.
Yes, Don't Mind at Night. You know the vibes, McFly. Yes, that was one of my favorites.
Uploaded the video,
But listen to this guy.
I found Herobrine Minecraft PE, which in time grew to infamy thanks to Space Waffle's exaggerated reaction. August 22nd saw Mojang developer Dinnerbone repeat Notch's claim, emphasizing that there were no plans to add Herobrine at any point in the future. But it didn't matter anymore. Herobrine had become something more than a
He's
story,
here to stay.
and whether or not he was real was entirely inconsequential. November 3rd saw the release.
Hold on,
There
I
were
need
no
to see that
plans.
again.
The
Shut
Space
up.
Waffles
It sounds so fake.
exaggerated reaction.
Space Waffle, bro. Man tried to hit him with a diamond.
Reaction. August 22nd saw Mojang developer Dinnerbone repeat Notch's claim, emphasizing that there were no plans to add
man.
Herobrine at any point in the future.
Bro.
But it didn't matter anymore. Herobrine had become something more than a story, and whether or not he was real was entirely inconsequential.
Okay.
November 3rd saw the release of the legendary adventure map Herobrine's Mansion by Hypixel.
Oh,
which
never
pitted the
played
player
this.
against the mythical Spectre.
Yeah, I never played on this.
To the map, Herobrine's Return, was released the next year on March 15th, and the
Charmy
rest
scream.
is history. That's not to say that nothing happened afterwards. The idea of Herobrine persisted in the collective consciousness of Minecraft players, ubiquitous and unforgettable. But by the time mid-2013 rolled around, a full 3
that sound
years since
effect.
Herobrine's creation, the idea wasn't seeing much development. Herobrine had been brought to life, and now that we all knew his name and what he could do, we simply accepted him for what he was. And that would be the end of the story.
Right.
Except it
Except
wasn't.
y'all just can't. Y'all be dragging these creepy pastas, bro. Y'all be dragging these, bro. Y'all internet boys. Y'all boys on 4chan or WikiHow, whatever it is. Y'all be going on these scavenger hunts across the internet. The internet to figure out all these mysteries and stuff, bro. Like, come on. Dudes turn into PhDs and rocket scientists over is this creepypasta real? Like, what?
You see, as time wore on and Herobrine's 10-year anniversary rolled around, players that had grown up hearing tales of Herobrine looked toward the past, trying to uncover something about the creature that had remained hidden for all these years.
Yeah.
The Brocraft Herobrine stream seemed like
Bro, the Brocraft screenshot is so creepy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's so creepy.
an obvious place to start, but unfortunately, both streams are almost certainly lost to time. So,
Interesting.
these investigators traveled further back to the original image posted on 4chan 10 years ago.
Yep.
The question was simple. What world seed was used to create this screenshot?
They got the
What
seed.
world had the mysterious original poster?
Even that, like, how do you, bro? That's like a very, very. Do you know what type of detective work you need to do to recover a seed like that, bro? Dudes turn into geniuses to solve some creepypasta mystery. Like, where's that energy for real world problems like world hunger or like a cure for cancer, bro? Why can't y'all have that energy for real stuff? Oh my gosh. Y'all IQ points go up 100 to solve to figure out, oh, is Herobrine real? Come on. Oh, y'all funny. The internet's funny like that.
The creator of Herobrine walked through in the early days of Minecraft. The question
Everyone's
was
Jimmy
simple.
Neutron for a
The answer
mystery.
Was not.
For an internet mystery.
I'd recommend watching Ant Venom's video on this, along with the video from the team that cracked the code. But essentially,
Crazy.
the world seed had to be deciphered based on what little we could see from the original
So y'all turned into...
screenshot. Led by user Andrew555,
Bruh.
the Minecraft at Home team, which had previously found such seeds as pack.png and the title screen panorama, got to work ruling out dead ends and hunting down possible leads. The image was noticed.
Next Einstein grew up solving creepy. Nah, y'all really turn into Einstein, Galileo, Newton, all of them to solve an internet mystery, bro. Everyone wants to be a scientist. Everyone wants to be a mad scientist for an internet mystery. Is Herobrine real? We gotta solve the problem, guys. Staying up late every night, figuring it out, doing research. Wife comes in, honey, you haven't eaten in 3 days. Not now, Pam. I gotta finish this Herobrine mystery. I gotta figure out what the seed is. Yo, the internet's funny.
Noticeably lacking some of the crucial features that had expedited the cracking of pack.png and the skull painting seed,
Oh my gosh.
like clouds and flower formations, so the team had to get creative. Step 1 was determining the player's orientation.
I have to decipher the seed to see if Herobrine was actually in that world.
This was quickly done by referring to
Bro.
the direction-affected dirt texture. Next, Minecraft Alpha's notoriously buggy terrain proved another great help, as the team was able to narrow down possible chunks by noticing a terrain anomaly that only occurred.
like y'all see what I'm talking about? A terrain anomaly? Bro, the goal in the game is to collect items, armor, mine diamonds, and fight the Ender Dragon. But y'all got a magnifying glass on the layout of blocks on a cliff? What? What?
That's no good.
What? Y'all internet man got it. Y'all internet boys got it.
In chunks with X
Oh,
and Z
couldn't it be
coordinates
me?
at multiples of 4. Now that the workload was cut down by a factor of 16, the difficult work began. In the end, the trees were the key. You see, trees spawn during what's called the population stage of world generation, which takes place after the terrain stage, and oftentimes using trees as reference makes finding seeds considerably easier. But this would still have been
This just turned into a science documentary. This just turned into a calculus documentary. Bro, we just tuned into a math class over Herobrine.
stage of world generation.
Bro, just listen. What are we talking about?
By noticing a terrain anomaly that only occurred in chunks with X and Z coordinates at multiples of 4. Now that the workload was cut down by a factor.
Who even notices that? Just play the game, dog. Bro, just think people really took the time to figure it. I'm so weak, bro.
Of 16,
I'm so weak.
The difficult work began. In the end, the trees were the key. You see, trees spawn during what's called the population stage of world generation, which takes place after the terrain stage, and
what are we talking about? Bro, they turned into Bill Nye, the science guy.
oftentimes using trees as
Wins
reference
the
makes finding
quiz.
seeds considerably easier. But this would still have been
Nah, guys, if I was a math teacher and I had a student ask me, Professor, when are we gonna use this in the real world? I'm gonna just show him this video. Straight up, bro.
difficult, if not for one detail.
Oh my
The team had
gosh.
hit the world generation jackpot.
Just show 'em
as
this
the
video.
screenshot contained not
Next
one,
time they ask,
but
what do we
two
use math
big
for?
trees in plain view. The odds of one large tree spawning in a chunk is a minuscule
So we're PhDs in statistics now. Do y'all hear this?
jackpot, as the screenshot contained not one, but 2 big trees in plain view.
Okay.
The odds of one large tree spawning in a chunk is a minuscule 1 in 10. And whether the 2 trees were in the same chunk or adjacent ones, this narrowed the search even further. A recreation of the scene was made to ensure the details were right, and with that, Minecraft at Home used distributed computing to chip away at
Distributed computing. Distributed computing. To generate what? Let me guess. To generate multiple worlds?
finding the seed. And after
Bro. They created an entire distributed system to figure out. There's no way. There's no way, bro. This is absolutely absurd. This is absurd. This is absurd, bro. This is actually absurd.
After a few months of searching, nothing.
Okay,
After-
so like they just brute force like tested a bunch of seeds. Oh my gosh, bro.
Every possible seed was scrubbed through, the grand total was 0 results. A long and painful string of debugging attempts were tried, leading to a growing suspicion that
The
something
time people would be having on their hands, bro. This is some respect, though. This is dedication.
was wrong with the creation they had
Honestly.
been using to search the seeds. But the exact culprit wouldn't be tracked down until the next year. January 15th, 2021, 1600 hours. Could it have been a wrong leaf all along? There seem to be some pixels wrong. Can rerun on intermediate results within 10 minutes.
Bro, they were sending each other emails and update documents, briefing on the Herobrine seed and tree positioning.
And that was it. By the next day, the original 4chan Herobrine seed, a mystery unsolved for an entire decade, had been found. Any player could now retrace the path taken by the original uploader on that foggy August day all those long years ago. And it really makes you wonder, what were they thinking when they came upon that misty hill, alone in their survival world, and decided to take a screenshot? Did they have a plan for what to do next? Did they know their single image would spur an urban legend that came to be known by millions?
They probably didn't.
In that moment, they made a decision that changed the face of a community.
Facts.
Because there was no precedent.
Bros
There
in
was
court.
no Herobrine's mansion, no Herobrine mod, no Fallen Kingdom or Cubeland, no narrative machinima, and even Copeland and Patamus's soon-to-be infamous streams weren't even ideas yet. There was just a lone player, standing on an empty hillside, with an idea to tell others that they may have just seen something hidden in the render fog. It could have been anything. A zombie that had survived the night under a tree, a block that hadn't fully rendered in yet,
I think it was a
a
zombie.
simple graphical glitch in the game's working alpha version. It
Jeez.
could have been anything. But in that moment, the player knew it was Herobrine.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for watching.
Oh my gosh, bro. That was both ridiculous and intriguing at the same time. And I don't think I could say I regret watching this video. That was certainly something, I gotta say.